Banyak banget orang Indonesia tuh yang medical check up ke Malaysia. Ada di KL, di Penang. Penang tuh rame banget karena harganya juga lebih murah ya guys. Jadi aku ada di Malaysia dan sebenarnya aku tuh kesini karena mau temenin mama medical check up guys.
Namun, ketika kos rawatan hospital di banyak negara naik melambung hingga boleh bangkrutkan keluarga, Malaysia berdiri berbeza. Di saat orang luar terpaksa memilih antara kesihatan dan keuangan, di negara kita rawatan masih boleh diakses, masih berperi kemanusiaan, dan yang paling mengejutkan, jauh lebih murah. Inilah realiti yang membuat pelancong asing terdiam, dan rakyat Malaysia sendiri kadang-kadang terlupa untuk bersyukur. Kenapa rawatan hospital di Malaysia boleh semurah ini? Sedangkan kualitinya diiktiraf dunia, itu yang akan kita bongkar. Malaysia sering dianggap bertuah dalam soal kesihatan, namun hakikatnya sistem perubatan, negara ini adalah antara yang paling berperi kemanusiaan di dunia. Ketika banyak negara lain menjadikan rawatan, kesihatan sebagai industri, berorientasikan keuntungan semata-mata, Malaysia memilih jalan sederhana, menjaga kebajikan rakyat tanpa mengorbankan kualiti rawatan. Fakta paling utama ialah subsidi kerajaan yang besar terhadap hospital awam. Kerajaan Malaysia memperuntukkan berbilion ringgit setiap tahun bagi memastikan rakyat tanpa mengira latar belakang ekonomi masih boleh mendapatkan rawatan. Sebab itu, bayaran pesakit luar di hospital kerajaan hanya sekitar 1 mil, manakala kos wad harian pula sekitar 1 ke hingga RM5. Di banyak negara maju, jumlah ini tidak cukup pun untuk membayar kos pendaftaran. Selain itu, struktur kos perubatan di Malaysia lebih terkawal. Harga ubat, alat perubatan dan caj profesional dikawal oleh garis panduan Kementerian Kesihatan. Ini berbeza dengan negara seperti Amerika Syarikat, di mana harga rawatan boleh berubah-ubah dan sering dimanipulasi oleh syarikat insurans. Di sana, satu pembedahan kecil boleh mencecah puluhan ribu dolar, manakala di Malaysia kos yang sama hanya ribuan ringgit. Dari sudut kualiti doktor dan kemudahan, Malaysia tidak ketinggalan. Ramai doktor tempatan merupakan graduan universiti ternama dari United Kingdom, Australia dan Eropah. Hospital awam dan swasta pula dilengkapi teknologi moden, unit rawatan rapi bertaraf antarabangsa, serta sistem penjagaan pesakit yang sistematik. Ini membuktikan kos murah tidak bermaksud rawatan murahan. Satu lagi fakta penting ialah akses rawatan tanpa tekanan insurans. Di beberapa negara, tanpa insurans kesihatan, pesakit boleh ditolak atau dibebankan dengan hutang bertahun-tahun. Di Malaysia, walaupun tanpa insurans, rakyat masih boleh mendapatkan rawatan asas, pembedahan, rawatan kecemasan dan ubat-ubatan. Inilah elemen kemanusiaan yang jarang dibincangkan, tetapi sangat bernilai. Tidak hairanlah Malaysia menjadi destinasi pelancongan perubatan. Pesakit dari Indonesia, Timur Tengah, Eropah dan Jepun sanggup terbang ke Malaysia kerana kos rawatan yang jauh lebih rendah, komunikasi doktor yang baik dan layanan mesra. Ada yang terkejut apabila mengetahui kos rawatan di hospital swasta Malaysia lebih murah berbanding hospital kerajaan di negara mereka sendiri. Kesimpulannya, sistem kesihatan Malaysia bukan sekadar tentang angka dan kos, tetapi tentang falsafah menjaga nyawa manusia tanpa memeras rakyat. Inilah kekuatan sebenar Malaysia yang sering dipandang remeh. Negara yang masih meletakkan kesihatan sebagai hak, bukan kemewahan.
Ya Allah, murah sekali. Mungkinkah saya juga akan membayar RM2? Merasa iri, tapi juga bersyukur untuk 20 hari selama di hospital. Luar biasa. Mana kerajaan Malaysia begitu memperhatikan pelayanan kesehatan untuk warga.
Banyak banget orang Indonesia tuh yang medical check up ke Malaysia. Ada di KL, di Penang. Penang tuh rame banget karena harganya juga lebih murah ya guys. Jadi aku ada di Malaysia dan sebenarnya aku tuh kesini karena mau temenin mama medical check up guys. Di Sunway Medical Center. Jadi kita stay-nya di dekat sini, daerah Sunway, dan sekarang aku lagi main-main ke mall-nya, yaitu Sunway Pyramid. Ini dulu mall favorit aku, guys. Nah, kalau ada teman-teman di sini tuh yang pengen medical check up atau bawa orang tuanya buat medical check up, bisa banget caranya itu tinggal appointment dulu. Jadi pasti di setiap rumah sakit di Malaysia itu punya website atau WhatsApp chat number-nya. Nah, kalian bisa langsung chat number ke sana buat book appointment. Dan make sure bikin appointment-nya itu jauh-jauh hari ya guys. Jadi diusahain minimal banget tuh 1 bulan sebelum mau check up-nya. Karena Kalau bukan general check up, misalnya harus ke dokter spesialis, itu tuh biasanya nunggunya lumayan lama guys. Nggak bisa kayak langsung walk in. Cuma tadi aku nanya-nanya, kalau kalian pengen general check up aja, itu biasanya bisa langsung walk in kalau nggak ketemu dokter spesialis. Nah tapi kalau ke dokter spesialis, apalagi kalau yang dokternya tuh rame banget antriannya, tuh untung-untungan guys. Kalau kalian sebulan sebelumnya aja udah bisa daftar, itu udah hoki sih. Save and share ke teman-teman kalian yang pengen medical check up atau ke KL atau Malaysia buat ke dokter ya guys. Karena memang jujur kualitas dokter dan rumah sakit di sini tuh top. Udah gitu harganya juga masih oke guys.
Juga banyak sangat spesial ya, dan saya bilang itu saya memang suka di hospital Malaysia itu. Memang biarpun murah bayarannya itu, yang melahirkan itu saya cuman bayar, padahal saya udah dikasih obat dan saya udah menginap di rumah sakit campur yang kita udah siap bersalin, yang masuk ward itu udah sekitar 1 minggu ya. Tapi saya itu cuman bayar 150 ringgit saja. Tidak mahal.
Wow, 5 hari.
Memang sangat-sangat tidak mahal, bukan tidak mahal, sangat-sangat tidak mahal. Dan kalau kita bandingkan
Murah,
di
ya.
Indonesia, 150 ringgit itu di Indonesia baru berapa? Sekitar
500 ringgit ya, 500 ribu.
saja. 450.000 saja. Sedangkan kalau kita di Indonesia biaya kamarnya aja udah berjuta-juta ya. Tapi memang swasta memang seperti itu kan. Tapi saya rasa, karena saya sih belum pernah masuk hospital yang di Indonesia yang kerajaan punya. Saya dulu pernah masuk hospital juga di Indonesia, tapi itu semua yang swasta yang bayar. Dan di sini juga ada yang bayar ya. Di sini ada 2 jenis
Swasta.
hospital, dia ada hospital kerajaan punya dan ada hospital bayar. Nah, kalau kawan-kawan semua ibaratnya duitnya memang sangat-sangat lebih, kita boleh pergi ke yang bayar. Tapi memang layanannya memang luar biasa lah ya, kan namanya juga sudah bayar
ya.
berpuluh-puluh ribu itu, bayar beribu-ribu itu kan buat apa kalau ibaratnya kita itu tak dilayan dengan elok. Nah, kalau yang kerajaan pun tidak kalah juga ya, dengan layanannya juga bagus. Apalagi kalau nasib kita dapat yang nurse-nya itu baik-baik, dapat yang dokternya itu baik, wah serasa betah ya, serasa nyaman tinggal di hospital. Sampai di rumah, keesokan harinya juga ada nurse datang ke rumah ya, dia cek tiap-tiap hari. Dia cek tiap-tiap hari, dia cek baby, dia cek kita. Nah, itu hebatnya. Itu juga kita nggak bayar sama sekali, gratis. Memang
boleh percuma tiap
tidak
hari
bayar.
datang?
Itu nurse-nya itu langsung datang ke rumah kita ya. Langsung datang ke rumah kita.
Hospitals in Malaysia. I checked out a few of the best hospitals in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I was surprised at how world-class yet affordable they are. First of all, it was extremely convenient that everybody could speak fluent English and answer all of our questions quickly. My husband injured his hand and needed to get a consultation with a specialist. We just showed up at the hospital and the orthopedic specialist was available the same day, for which we paid $40 for an appointment. It went really smoothly. The doc took their time to explain everything to us without rushing it. Because of how nice the experience was, my husband decided to have a small surgical procedure done on his hand, and again the whole process was efficient, but the doc did an amazing job. The surgery cost around $2,000. Not cheap, but way cheaper than the $10,000 to $15,000 he would have paid in the States.
You won't believe how much it cost to go to the doctor in Malaysia. My girlfriend was feeling terrible, so I took her to the best rated clinic I could find. Which wasn't saying a lot. It didn't look that impressive. The schedule was entirely booked, but Malaysian people are super nice and they made time just for us. People had complained about the price, and when I went to pay, they gave us 4 different prescriptions, including for reduce swollen and painkiller. I couldn't believe everything in total was only $12. I guess having a Russian girlfriend isn't always expensive.
Malaysia has some of the cheapest public healthcare in the region, and the quality is really good, but it's cheap for a reason most people don't talk about. We didn't make healthcare cheap by eliminating cost. We made it cheap by deciding who would absorb them. Today, a junior doctor in the public system earns roughly 5,000 to 6,000 ringgit a month, including allowances. Nurses often earn around 2,000 to 3,000 ringgit. These numbers aren't shocking because they collapsed. They're shocking because they barely moved for years, while rent, food, and transport kept going up. When healthcare workers are paid less, hospital costs stay lower, and public hospitals can charge very little. Private hospitals, on the other hand, can't raise prices too far above that, so patients are are protected, but that's the trade-off. To keep costs low and flexible, contracts were also used quite extensively. Contracts allowed the government to hire many doctors quickly, control long-term costs, and avoid locking in too many permanent positions too early. That flexibility helped the system expand fast. But there's a limit to that. When pay stays low for too long and job uncertainty stays unclear, people eventually leave or burn out. Not all at once necessarily, but gradually. That's why things are finally shifting. On-call allowances will finally increase after years, and thousands of contract doctors are finally being moved into permanent roles. It's recognition of reality. So if there's one key takeaway from this video, is that Malaysia's healthcare stayed affordable because doctors and nurses were underpaid relative to their workload and training. That kept treatment cheap for everyone else. But the system can't rely on underpaying people forever. The question now isn't whether our healthcare is cheap, it's how we share the cost more fairly without losing the people who made it work.
10 days ago, I had emergency surgery in a Malaysian hospital. I did a video about what my experience was, and since then, I have had so many comments asking about the cost of my surgery and also the cost of my VVIP room upgrade. Luckily, before we left the UK, I did take out global health insurance in case anything like this happened. This did mean that all my surgery and treatment and medications were covered by my insurance companies. However, the VVIP room upgrade was chargeable. They would only cover a single executive room, which was still really nice. When you have your husband and your children with you and they want to stay with you, you're in a foreign country, you're halfway across the world. We just asked if there was other rooms where our children could sleep a bit more comfortably. As you can see, the first night my children shared a small sofa and my husband slept on the floor. So we just wanted to find out if there was anything that would just give them a bit more comfort. As far as the medical bill goes, the total cost for my surgery, treatment, medication, the ICU stay, everything came to 40,582 ringgit, and that was all paid by the insurance company. So we didn't have to pay a penny of that, which is just incredible, and we're so thankful that we had the insurance in place. However, the VVIP room upgrade, it came to a total of 4,602 ringgit, which actually worked out 1,534 ringgit per night. Now, I am aware that is a lot of money, and in our home country it's not something that we would have done. We would have had family and friends to help look after the children, just not something that would have been worth it for us being back home. Knowing that all the other treatment was covered and this was going to be our only bill, in our minds that kind of meant that my whole surgery, my treatment and everything cost us 4,602 ringgit. That's the way we looked at it, rather than it just being the room upgrade. Again, so grateful for the Malaysian healthcare system. It's genuinely better than I could have even imagined. Thank you for all your lovely comments as well. I am making a speedy recovery now after a bit of a traumatic week. Kadang-kadang kita terlalu biasa sampai terlupa betapa bernilainya apa yang kita miliki. Sistem kesehatan di Malaysia bukan sekadar murah pada angka, tetapi murah dengan maruah, penuh ihsan dan berteraskan kemanusiaan. Di saat ramai di luar sana terpaksa menjual harta, berhutang bertahun-tahun, atau menangguhkan rawatan kerana kos yang menekan, di Malaysia nyawa masih diutamakan, bukan keuntungan semata-mata. Inilah realiti yang membuat orang luar kagum dan rakyat sendiri seharusnya lebih menghargai. Menjaga sistem ini bukan hanya tugas kerajaan, tetapi tanggung jawab kita semua, kerana selagi rawatan kesihatan masih mampu dicapai oleh setiap rakyat, selagi itulah Malaysia benar-benar sebuah negara yang berperi kemanusiaan,